Welcome to the Unfolded, the space where your inner world finds its voice. Today we explore a quiet revolution happening within you, one that doesn't make headlines but shifts your entire existence. Spiritual awakening. You might be wondering, am I just changing? Or is something deeper unfolding? Let's explore the 5 most powerful signs that you're waking up spiritually. Sign number 1, you start questioning everything. It begins like a quiet whisper, a thought that won't go away. Is this all there is? What used to feel normal, the routines, the roles, the rules, now feel strangely hollow. This isn't depression. It's your soul tapping on the glass, asking you to look deeper. You start to question everything, the way society defines success, the path you were told to follow. Even your own beliefs, things you thought were just how life works, start to unravel. You may ask, why am I doing this job? Why do I chase approval from people who don't even know me? Why am I afraid to just be still? And so begins the inward journey, a sacred unraveling of borrowed identities. Questioning is not the end. It's the invitation, a doorway to a deeper truth, that who you are is far more than who you were told to be. When you start waking up spiritually, you can't just pretend anymore. You can't unknow what you now feel. The script society gave you, it no longer fits. And in that space of not knowing, your real self begins to speak. Sign 2, your sensitivity increases. You begin to feel everything, the emotions of others, the subtle energy in a room, even the pain hiding behind a stranger's smile. Suddenly, loud environments become overstimulating. Casual small talk feels exhausting. You long for silence, for depth, for something real. Your heart opens wider than it ever has. And with that, so does your sensitivity. A simple song might move you to tears. A soft breeze might feel like a message from the universe. You may find yourself absorbing the emotions of those around you, not out of weakness, but because your energetic boundaries are shifting. You are remembering that everything is connected and your soul is tuned in. This heightened sensitivity isn't a curse. It's a sacred gift, a sign that your soul is waking up, that your heart is learning to listen, not just to words, but to energy. You begin to sense what others miss, the vibrations beneath the surface, the silent conversations between soul and source. You're not becoming fragile. You're becoming finely attuned. Sign 3, you feel disconnected, then connected again at first. You feel lost. The world you once knew no longer feels like home. Friends seem distant. Conversations feel shallow. Even your own reflection in the mirror looks unfamiliar. You drift through life like a ghost, present, but not connected. It's as if the veil has lifted, and now you see through the illusions that once felt so solid. But then something beautiful happens. In the stillness, in the solitude, you feel something ancient stir within you. You begin to feel connected to everything. The sky, the earth, the breath of life flowing through it all. You realize you were never truly alone. You were just shedding layers that no longer fit your soul. The more you connect with your inner world, the more the outer world reflects it. You start attracting truth, depth, soul. The right people, the right moments begin to appear. This is the paradox of awakening. You must lose the illusion of connection to find the real one. Disconnection is not the end. It's the sacred beginning of coming home. Sign 4, you seek inner truth over outer noise. There comes a moment on the spiritual path when the noise outside becomes unbearable. The constant scroll, the endless opinions, the pressure to be someone you're not. You start turning away from distraction because your soul is asking for something real. The voices of the world grow dim as the voice within grows louder. You start listening, not with your ears, but with your presence, not seeking more information, but deeper knowing. You begin to crave truth, not trends. You realize peace isn't found in the noise, but in the pause between the thoughts, in the breath, in the now. You stop asking the world, "What should I do?" and start asking your soul, "What feels right?" This is the quiet revolution within, the shift from outer noise to inner knowing. You no longer follow the loudest voice. You follow the truest one. Sign 5. You crave simplicity, silence, and stillness. In a world that moves faster every day, you begin to long for something slower, something quieter, something simpler. Your soul starts whispering, "Let it go." The noise, the clutter, the chaos pretending to be life. Simplicity becomes sacred, silence becomes healing, and stillness becomes a doorway to something eternal. You no longer chase stimulation. You don't crave drama. You find yourself in love with the quiet moments, the space between heartbeats, the peace between thoughts. Stillness no longer feels empty. It feels full of presence, full of meaning, full of you. You're not running anymore. You're arriving in this breath, in this moment, in the sacred simplicity of now. If this message resonated with you, you're not alone on this journey. Subscribe to The Unfolded, where we explore the unseen, the soul, the self. New videos every week to support your awakening. Until then, stay still, stay open, and let the unfolding begin.